Hello, everybody. It's time for Artabelinda Saturday. No, Sunday, Artabelinda, because I would be out of town tomorrow. So, let's see. We gotta find a mix to do. Kind of song do I want to listen to today? I'll do this Pokemon and chill. It's kind of cute. Okay, so today's plan is for me to we're gonna try. I don't think I'll be successful in finishing it up, but we're gonna see how far we can get, I guess. And we'll work on the cats, the kitties today. Okay, that's the line art, so I need to find my folder. That's right there. Okay, so we're gonna merge these down. I think I need to. Well, maybe the music's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I'll turn it down a little bit. So I'm gonna pick a nice purple to airbrush. We're gonna start off with the form shadows this time. Kind of the opposite of what we did last time, but I'm gonna probably also add I'm probably gonna also add some freckles because I meant to do that and then never did. And I'll go in with something a little bit lighter. To get more of the shadows. Like a little bit of a softer shadow, maybe. I know you just watched me erase that, but it wanted to be a little soft. Just like a light shadow on top of that one. Added too much shadow. And I know this cat does look a little bit funky because it didn't quite, I didn't add that chin, but it's fine. I didn't add a line for the chin. Didn't even notice that this one's tail is like the same as the other one. That's funny. Caleb. I'm having a good Saturday. Yep. How about you? I'm gonna shade here too, but I'm probably gonna have to erase part of it because we're getting right into that other cat. And I'll probably have to shade that anyway, but I don't want that to be in the way. And I'll probably end up going back through there and just working some more. I don't want that to be too dark. You're just watching YouTube vids with me in the background? Oh, well, thank you. Trying to get this cover done so Mr. Bogath can use it for his streams. Been working hard on it. It's time to finish it. Since I wasn't going to be able to stream tomorrow, I decided it would be a good option for me to work on this today. These cats I'm not going into as much detail as I did for the character herself. So I'm kind of more or less trying to keep these shadows and whatnot more simplified. That way so they won't be so hard. Wouldn't be so hard to like deal with and whatnot. And also they're not the main focus at all, so Got that Pokemon music vibe going on. Cat just needs a little fill right there. I will go back through though and add a little bit more detail shadows though on another layer because these are gonna just be like super soft big shadows. And then we'll go back. Oh no. Sonny, I didn't realize you were in here. You didn't announce yourself as usual. This is gonna be a problem. You can't be in here while I have the tablet out. Okay, well you're gonna leave because I guess you realize that you're not really supposed to be. Maybe. Are you thinking about leaving? You really should leave. Why are you like this? You're like, but mother, it is Saturday. He's like, but it is Saturday, it is not Sunday. This is not the correct day. He's like, this is gonna bother me a whole lot. What are you doing? No. Goodbye. He started to pick up some, like, my pen holder and stuff, and he's like, I'm just gonna, like, throw this. You don't mind, right? He's a bit of a wild man. Okay, so I also need to fix this one right here. Oops. Just a few tiny little spots I see that need to be filled in. I'm going to use multiply again, and now we're just going to go in. Actually, we're just going to go in with this marker, I think. No, we'll go in with the airbrush. We'll just put the hardness back up. I think Sunny just wanted to come and see what he looked like. That's all there was to it. He just wanted to come see what he looked like. Let's make it a little bit darker right there. He doesn't realize anything. Yeah, he's already cleaning himself in your chair. He doesn't give a fuck. I know. He's doing that because he knows that I will kick him out of it later, and he'll complain some more that I've kicked him out of my chair. My chair. But he still won't like the fact that I kicked him out of it. I'm probably also gonna just like colorize all of the line art too. Which I think will look pretty cool. Mostly. Mostly, I think it'll look cool. We'll see, though. This is the part of the work that my hand gets like super tired in. Because it's just like, I don't want to work anymore. This is work that my hand has an aversion to. I mean, for good reason. Like, I'm doing this like tiny detail work, and it just like is like, nah, I don't like it though. This almost sounds kind of like Final Fantasy music, though. Especially like those, like the adventure type parts. It's exactly what it reminds me of. Also, actually, I'm gonna go back one more. And that needs just a bit shaded right there. Because it dances away from the light a little bit, so. When it does the little dancey dance away from the light, that's when we need to add more. Okay, but that cat wasn't too bad. One more cat, though. I am gonna just, like, make a little, kind of a mock line there. Okay, and then we're gonna add one more layer. We're gonna add some highlights. And I'm just gonna use a pale yellow for that. I'm not a very big, like, highlighter anyway. And I used highlighter for her, too. I used yellow highlighter for her. So we're just gonna do the same thing. I was thinking about adding some more, like, pink highlighter, too, but... Of course, farther away, it's gonna get a little bit less. Maybe a little bit less highlighting. We are gonna have to tone down this highlighter a lot. Which I had already planned on doing. It's just a little bit much. Maybe not too much, but just a little bit. There we go. I like that contrast a lot better. I just have to play with stuff. This highlighter looks like nothing because he's already yellow. It's funny. This kitty has a long nose. A bit too long, maybe. I guess we'll leave it at 100 though, because I did pretty good with it. And then I'm just gonna do one more like overlay, and I'm gonna pick like this kind of purple. And the cat's on this side. We're just gonna give him a little bit of extra shadow here. And then over here, we can switch to a light yellow. And then do the same thing. Okay. There we go. Now we can do the fun stuff. So we're gonna merge all these together. And also merge that one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this layer actually. Doesn't look cool right now, but it will. I'm just want to make it glow a little bit. Oh, wait a minute. Nah. I definitely like the glow that adds. Oh, I forgot I was gonna add freckles to her. I wonder if I can make it softer though. I guess that works anyway, even though it's not. Because it doesn't quite show up anyway. So I like that look. It certainly does brighten up the whole picture, doesn't it? I can also make it a little bit less. I can also make it... Let's see, what do these things look like? Ooh, kind of like overlay. That looks pretty cool. I don't like darken. No, we don't need darken. Oh, we don't need glow dodge. Or add glow, wow. Well, soft light looks pretty cool. I think I definitely like overlay so far. Adds a little bit of a softness to it. I like it. It's cool. Okay, we're gonna colorize some stuff. Oh hey, there's line art here I need to get rid of. Huh. That's where I moved that one cat. That's maybe a little bit too light. There we go. And what I'll probably do is around like the highlighted areas, I'll probably add like a really, really bright orange or something. Yeah. I don't know if I would constitute these as soft pastels, but... I guess you can do bright pastels. But all these are pastels. I did soften everything up a little bit when I duplicated it. And then did the whole blur and brightness thing. It softened a lot of stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna make this really big. I want to cover all that. And we're gonna do a little bit smaller because I don't want to get the cats. Might like outline them in like a blue or something. I don't know. Oops, that one ended up purple though. And he's still gonna end up a little bit purple, I guess. Not that you can really see it. Okay, that was a little bit too big. I know, I just like completely pinked up everything over there. But we'll get it in a minute. Now, I might as well do this cat, this color too. Certainly this makes this look a little bit less harsh. This line art. I'll probably pick a lot of the same line arts. Okay, we're gonna do the skin. quite a bit darker. Okay, there's nowhere else that there's skin, so. I might just leave, I don't know. I might leave the sword black. I know I will the upper part because it doesn't matter anyway because that's so dark up there. Almost done colorizing the white. The color scheme and the details of this book, they just do not, they do not match at all. Which I just think is so funny. I'm gonna do this one cat blue, I think. I probably actually would have been alright leaving the dress black too, but... I went a little bit too over there, board on the blue. There we go. Their eyes, I think... Yeah, we'll leave the eyes popped out. The black will make their eyes pop. And then we have... Oh, I should have stuck with that one pink. Now I also have this pink. Oh well. Oh, and I also have this one. I missed the spot. Okay, minus the sword, that's everything. And of course, actually, I should keep this one blue. This cat. I also need to add white whiskers for the tuxedo cat. This is Christmas music in my Pokemon stream. My Pokemon music. I don't want to accidentally, like, colorize the whiskers as much as possible. Which I accidentally did a little bit. This one I didn't even put in. Oh, that's because I wanted to have. I didn't put any whiskers on the other cats either. Oops. It's fine. They'll get whiskers. I'll just do a new layer and then merge them together for the whiskers because I don't want to colorize them. This cat's going to have white whiskers also. But almost everybody else is going to have black whiskers. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and colorize his now. Because he's already got whiskers. If I was going to be true to Sunny's color, I would give him like a half black whisker. Because that's what he's got. He's got like a half black whisker. Put in a little bit too much. Okay, I'm gonna pop another one on here. Oh, that guy's gonna get some black. And this guy's gonna get Oops. Went a little bit too wild on that one. I went a little bit wild on that one too, but it's fine. Alright, we got everything colorized. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do one more thing, and I'm gonna make this glow. I'm gonna pick a nice, pretty, glowy orange. Oh, hey. I actually forgot about this one area. I'm gonna have to get really close and color pick here. So it matches. There we go. Now it matches. Now I gotta go back and pick my other color. I think I'm gonna have to... I don't know. It's not really quite working the way I want it to. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it is. I'm just using the wrong one. I just didn't change my airbrush. Okay. I also didn't change this eye color. Or I mean this, her nose. There we go. Just wherever there's like a highlighted area. We're just gonna make it pop a little bit like that. That'll kind of give it more of a highlighted look. For anything that's like close anyway. I'm gonna take like a really bright color, a very pastel pink. I know I did this with the yellow already, but I just kind of wanted to give everything like a little bit more of a pink hue on that side, just like a little bit. And then I also need cloud. I need a cloud for this guy over here. He needs to like definitely disappear into a cloud. So he's getting one over here. He already did have one, but he's getting more of one. He's just got to disappear into a little something something over here. That one needed to be up there. Okay. So now what I can do is I'm going to save this the way that it is. And then we're going to make a new one. We're going to merge visible. And also, I forgot I was going to add like the prism thing. Here, where's the prism stuff? Where is the prism stuff? There we go. What kind of... No, that might be a little bit soft. A little bit too harsh. Maybe somewhere in between. Oh wow. Okay, that one's big. Kind of like that though. No, that one's awesome. I think I know what I want. No, maybe not. I mean, that'll probably end up make it a little bit wider. Oops. Nope, we don't want to do that. Oh, you know what else I didn't do? I didn't highlight any of the cats' faces. Probably ought to do that too. Just like take a little itty bitty tiny airbrush. Now, I'm not going to do it to hers, but... do want more sparkles, but I don't know what other kind of, like, sparkles I have. This one's just, like, a little too much. I really like this one, though. I don't know. What do you think, Mr. Bogath? Do you like the little prisms? Oops. I'm also doing them on the wrong layer. Yeah. I'm adding like a few to this side. I'm gonna try to figure it out. Like, I definitely like that rainbow. I think that was really cool. Like, it's pretty, like, subtle. I like that one a lot. I think that one, like, really highlights her face a lot. And then I can add, like, very light, like, pastel circles. And just have, like, a little rainbow. No, no. That one was too big. There we go. Keeping away from her face with it and everything. In the kitty's faces. I like it. Okay. That's fun. Okay, so let's see what other kind of filters we have. Do we have any other filters? Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. That's, also, like, lessen it a bit. That looks pretty cool, though. There we go. Now I can make it a little bit bigger. Oh, no, you can't see that screen. Hold on. Oh, no. You can't see that screen. Can't see the filter screen. Yeah, but now I'm playing with the oh, wait. You can see it. Never mind. Because you're seeing it as a preview. I think. Yeah, you're seeing it preview. So this is like the vivid one. This is none. So there's vivid, and that's a warm one. I like the warm one a lot. Actually, I kind of like the warm one at max. And there's a cool one. I don't like the cool one for this one. Then there's lemonade. I don't like lemonade. Yeah, that one looks okay. Like, if I were to play around. Aurora, that's very pink. But it takes out a lot of it. I like vivid a lot. And I like warm a lot. You do like vivid? Like, you want it very vivid or a little bit vivid? Like, how vivid do you want it to be? Like, this is at, like, 50. And we're going from 50 to 100. Okay. This is 100. And this is like 50. Mostly, it kind of just affects the background more than anything.
Saturates out.
Which one do you like better? Clip Studio Paint has some nice filters. can't decide. He can't decide. He can't decide if he likes a lot vivid or just like half vivid. Decisions. It's hard. Maybe a lot vivid. I don't know. I do like a lot vivid. I like a lot vivid too. We'll just do a lot vivid. There we go. And we also have quick effects. Yeah. Well, actually, I think it works the best on the background. Oh, and then there's this. I don't know what this does, though. Oh, okay. I don't like that. Nah. I can, like, de-strengthen it. Like, what is it doing? I'm gonna zoom in on her face. Oh, I see. It's like adding more lines? It's adding more lines. Yeah. Well, see what it's doing is it's adding more lines. Is what it's doing. Oh, that actually looks pretty cool, though. This effect. You can't really see it, but close up it looks really cool. You might want to come back in here. No, I don't think it's OBS. I think it's, Clip Studio is loading these filters so hardcore. See, I like this retro film vintage. Like, it's from there, but then if you add just like a little bit.
Yeah.
And there's the chromatic aberration, which looks pretty cool. Which I can like. Woo! That one's, no. I like the retro film color. I think the best. But there's also this color noise. Or I can make it warm. Oh, this is gonna look really weird. It's become JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Look. Now she's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I can't zoom in. Hold on. We'll have to undo it, but I want to show this and clip it. Look at that. It's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Pastel edition. Hello, Shin. Hello, Shin. How are you doing? This is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Okay, now we gotta undo it though, because I don't like it, but it's fun. It's fun. Okay, so now we can do another filter. That one. Because I did not add it. You can also add sharpness, which I think is really cool. But I don't really like it. Like, that would work for, like, some things.
That 80s dark fantasy stuff.
Oh, wow. That just, like... Thank you, Shin! Mr. Brogath's in the room with me because we're looking at filters, like, really close up. Actually, you guys can see what happens to her face really close up, too.
Hello, Shin.
I really like artistic color. That's pretty cool. Like, it softens up everything. The artistic lines only is pretty hilarious, though. Like, instant JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Oh, well, that darkens everything. Let's see. You can blur things, too. You can also, I think...
Oh, God.
There she goes. There's her face. But I think the aberration stuff would actually look pretty cool. Speaking to me beyond the ether. We're adding cool effects to the cover. I really like the aberration in like some parts, but I think I definitely like the retro film. And so you can like add that. And it makes it brighter. You can make the intensity stronger on this one. And Clip Studio has like a lot of cool things now. I think I like all the best. Which one do you like? How strong do you want the
Not too strong.
not too strong? You think that's pretty good? Or do you want it different? Okay. We got that one.
We'll have to look at it zoomed out though. Nobody ever zooms in that much on it.
I do. I know. But that's because I'm like worried about the face all the time.
99% of people see it as a thumbnail.
I love how there's just a cat partly showing in the upper right-hand corner of your screen just being on meow. Stream bombing. Well, you missed it earlier. Sunny did stream bomb earlier, and then I kicked him out because I was worried that if I was too in the zone, he would like start chewing on this hard part. He won't chew on the actual wires. He chews on like whatever this hard part that covers my connecting wires. And I'm not sure why exactly he wants to do that, but I guess he's Sunny. I don't think anything else needs to really be added, actually.
That's good.
I like what I've added to it. You can also see, like, you can take it off. See, that's what it originally looked like.
Yeah, I like the filters. Definitely brightened it up a lot and added effects.
Like, I could have, like, I could have probably picked those colors, but see, like, it all, like, you think it's really bright when you're looking at it like this, but then you add the vivid filter, like, at max, and then you add the vintage film, and it just, like, really pops.
Yeah, this feels more like a manga cover,
Yeah.
which I like. That's what I want.
That's what you want, so. I make good manga covers, guys. Looky there. I forgot all the other things I thought about, but I like the way that this looks, so. We got some prismatic colors in here. We got the mini bokeh circles. Mini bokehs. Bokeh. I don't think I really need to add anything else to it. And I like that the vintage stuff actually added like some textures. Like in my painting and stuff, in my painting in my background. Like those textures weren't there before. They just added those. Together. But if I get rid of one, it does not work. It's interesting how it does that. Alright. Now we gonna make a clip. So here is the finished product here. The book cover. Whee! And then I'll zoom out. This is the full cover. Back and front. Voila. And now I'll say this is a different one. Because this one is merged, layers merged, so. Because we don't want to be confused, and if I need to change something later, then I got my thing I need to change later. Later, I'll get Mr. Bogat to save it however he wants to. Like, if he wants to save it as a JPEG. Or a PNG. I like PNGs. I think they're, like, the best. And you know what? I just realized I messed up by not clipping it. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna show it off again, because I forgot to clip it. Yay! Finished. So, one more look. Then a little zoomy zoom. JPEG, that's 1990s compressed sadness. Hey, but to be fair, that's all we had back in the day, okay? That is all we had back in the day. I also, I don't have this labeled as Pastel Psycho cover on my computer. It's literally illustration and illustration layers merged because I forgot to name it a long time ago. Good enough. It's like MP3s. Nobody wants to remember the horrors of dial-up days. So they go beep, beep, beep. No. Everybody hates that tone. I hate it. I feel like I should have it as a sound though, because that's totally what I had to hear growing up. Good enough for Lightning Fast, 28.8 kbps exactly. Back in the day, them some old shit. Granny VTubers all around here. Granny VTubers. Most people can't tell the difference between MP3 and FLAC, but there's a difference, and it can be heard, like JPEG and PNG. Now you just gotta confuse everybody. Talking about that. Hey, but you know, nothing beats a record, though. Hey, that JPEG looks fine until you start zooming out, right? And that speed is 3 times faster than a baud modem. But what's funny though about sound though is that we have yet, aside from like the high quality like streaming music services, like nothing beats playing an album through really good speakers. Like we hit that one on the nail in the head when we did that one. Oh, vinyl and mono digital is basically the exact same quality. Yeah, it took us how long? When did we start doing vinyl? Way back when? Of course, now we don't have to deal with record scratching though. That was the main problem back in the day, because like if you just scratched it a little bit, then then it would just like cut out and go. That's true. That's true. 99%. Can't do it. Not be on a CD. But you can, like, you can't scratch a lot of things and it ruins it. That's why I like, digital so much. That's why vinyl is still around. Tough to beat analog impressions recorded and played back directly as imprinted. It's true. Both vinyl and digital HD are overkill. It's true. Well, I'm not so sure about that, but I don't know how overkill it is. I guess it's like the FPS thing. There's no point in doing higher than like 60 FPS. Because if you do higher, it just becomes not noticeable. You can't tell the difference anymore. Man, I remember, although, I know, it's gonna show my age for reals. I remember when OBS first came out, though. It was like a little gray box. And, like, you had the white tabs, and it is what it is today. Like, I hadn't used OBS in forever, though. Those people who brag about having 180 FPS, right? I know. I'm like, okay, so how can you tell? How can you tell you got 180 FPS? It's pretty overkill considering most audiophiles are men, but most humans with the hearing threshold capable of hearing audio difference are ironically women. It's because we got the sharp ears. We got sharp ears. I hear pretty good for my age. I know. I keep talking about my age, but like movies in theater are what, 18.5 FPS on 35mm film? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, actually, do theaters still use film? Like, I mean, I would imagine that they would just, like, plug it into something, you know? Just, like, download it and just play it from a computer and go. We still see them as fluid motion, yeah. There are some. I wonder how my movie theater plays. I mean, obviously we still have projectors, but it's kind of interesting. My eyes, although shitty in every other way, are very sensitive to refresh rates, or my brain, or however that works. I am actually, my eyes, it's kind of funny. In my human form, my eyes are very, very sharp, but they are not very good at seeing very far away things. I have a very, very, very high prescription. Like, they literally tell me, they're like, it's not the highest we've ever seen, but it's pretty up there. And I'm like, damn. Digital projectors are incredibly expensive for theaters, and it's cheaper for small theaters to rent the film. Oh, they probably do rent the film, yeah. A difference worth caring about, especially for movies? No, not really. I probably could tell a difference in the small details if I really paid attention, but Dragon Brain causes me not to pay attention very often, so there's that. But ironically, I have very sharp eyes for them being so poor. All I can see when I take off my glasses is colors. I couldn't recognize anybody. I usually recognize people by voice and their footsteps before I see them. Everybody steps differently and everybody has a different sound. Except for when they change shoes on me, and then I don't like that. But most people end up wearing the same shoes all the time. Or no shoes. Like, I can tell at work who's walking through the door and who's not based on their footsteps. The miracle of corrective lenses, right? Right? And it's even worse when you see double vision. Like, it's rough, man. I got new glasses, you know, RIP, my bank account, once again. But, I got prisms in my glasses this time. And, it was easy to get used to, but I had to send them back because they put in the correction for my astigmatism wrong. So, like, I was blurry in one eye, and I had, like, a long time figuring out why I was blurry in one eye. Yeah, when they order the correct ones. At least, yeah, and now I have to wait a week again. I have to wait, like, another week to 10 days. It's so not fair. Not fair at all. But whatever. I still got my dragon form, though. I still got my dragon eyes. Humans' bodies are so weak, I don't like it. I don't like it. But you know, they'll just entrap me and put me in a zoo or something. I don't want to be put in a zoo. I mean, honestly, if I'd come out as a human, you know, in like the 30s or something, they'd probably lobotomize me. Those were hard days. Those were hard days. And just like a little bit crazy, and they just lobotomize you. And then you just become placid. I would definitely have been lobotomized back then. It's a good thing I was sleeping as a dragon back then, because that would have been pretty harsh. I don't know if I would have been able to turn back into a dragon. I'd have died in the war simpler times. True, if you weren't a raccoon. Lobotomy doesn't sound too bad. Lick the walls without a care in the world. That is true. I have considered lobotomy. Like, there are those memes I see occasionally on Facebook that talk about like, oh, my new piercing, and it shows like the image for lobotomy, like what happens when you get lobotomized. I mean, that is a radical piercing, though. To be fair, a real radical piercing. I don't know if a lobotomy or some of these other piercings that people get are worse, though. Like, oh my god, some of these piercings are atrocious. Like, I don't know how they could stand it. Like, there are some parts, and then there are, like, the ones where you get, like, I saw somebody with, I think, their gum pierced. Like, through like the little groove in your upper teeth, and I'm like, why? Why would you do something? I would have died from appendicitis in my early 20s. Swift and unspectacular end. That's a good point. But yeah, I don't know how people can get some of the piercings. Like, how do you pierce through like bone? Like, that's not a needle, that's a drill. That's not very much of a needle. Or like the upper portion of your nose bridge. Like, I've seen people get that done. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how they do these. Like, that just seems insane. Like, a new level of piercing. People get all kinds of jarring piercings, and that goes exponentially harder when you factor in genitals. Yeah, that's true. But at least genitals, your genitals are still soft tissue, even if there's, like, a bundle of nerves. But piercing through bone structures, and I'm like, like I imagine, like, I don't have very, I just have the, plain Jane piercings, because, you know, dragon scale anyway. My skin is pretty tough. But, I can't imagine some of these piercings. They had to go, like, extra hard. I'm already redhead, so sometimes they have to give me a little bit more at the dentist. They have to give me a little bit more of the juice. Yeah, but piercing your penis gives you the chance of severing nerves that will make you impotent. Oh yeah, that's true. I don't know how people do that either, but I don't know, Shin. I don't know why people do such things. Humans are strange creatures. Like, they're like, 1 minute they're like, pain, and then the next thing you know, they're like, you know, putting things in their genitals and in their bone structures. Like, come on. Or like putting the giant holes in their cheeks. I've seen that, where you can show your teeth through. And like, I'm just like, you know, that in like several years, you're gonna have like so many cavities. That's what I mean. When it comes to doing things for your own genitals, people go crazy. Like the urge to put things in their ass. Oh my God. It reminds me of those TikToks with that one EMT guy. And they just show you things that are like really questionable. Like somebody would put it in their ass. And he's like, no. No flared base. Don't stick it in your ass. Maybe I should try putting this thin glass light bulb in my ass. What could go wrong? Yeah, people do that in their like vaginas too. And I'm like, for real? Why would you do that? Actually, I thought the light glass bulb thing was in a woman's vajayjay, but like, wow. Like, people go crazy. Like, why? Why would you do such a thing? Women aren't as dumb as men about shit like that. Best x-ray I ever saw was when I was a paramedic intern. Oh no. Oh no. What did you see, Shin? But they are still dumb. There was once, wasn't there once, I can't remember if this was just on like TV. There was like a gun up in somebody's bum once. They were trying to smuggle it or something. I was about to ask you if you had any of those stories, but I assumed you did as a paramedic. Man, like, I think everybody who works either as a paramedic or a caretaker or like as a teacher or like some sort of thing where they work like with little kids like me, like they all have crazy stories about like crazy people. The full moon happens and like kids and patients go wild. Like, I have a job where I currently caretake for somebody who has a TBI, and like, when it's the full moon, you can tell it's the full moon. I'm both afraid and eager to hear about this x-ray. Yeah, Shin, you can't keep us waiting. Tell us about the x-ray. Although I have seen enough at the vet's office. I didn't ever work at a vet's office, but I used to take dogs up there all the time for rescue work. And like, I didn't see any of our dogs, but like they would have pictures of things that they found. And it's kind of wild what dogs will eat. Like, really, really, really odd things. I can't remember the oddest thing, but luckily our dogs never did that. They never eat anything weird. Except for Lily is a straight up mango freak though. Like, she will kill somebody over a mango. She would literally like tear the ankles off of you if you do not give her a piece of your mango. And I also remember her a long time ago. She would fight Rico for the strawberries. And like, it was bigger than her head. And she would like be vicious about them. Think an entire table leg all the way, oh no. Think an entire table leg all the way up past the pelvic structure, all the way up the ascending colon and puncturing through the end of the transverse colon in their diaphragm. First question, a table leg. Second question, 3/4 of the damn thing. Third question, why a table leg with the sharp squared corners? Fourth question, how? That's hentai physics. It's true. That sounds like a hentai story. And also, why would they pick a table leg? And also, don't pick anything that doesn't have a flared base. Moral of the story. Flared bases only. Hentai physics. It's true. And I keep seeing weird things on my TikTok. And I'm like, that is... And then I'm surprised that I find out that it's one of them kind of toys. And I'm like, man, that's freaky. And hentai things can go in the bottom and come out the top without damaging anything. That person survived. Oh God. Oh God, no, we can't talk about hentai physics. No. We've seen too much. They get too crazy. Like, oh no. Like, the part where they fill you up so much and like your stomach bulges out. Oh God. It's like seeing a mental pine cone butt plug and thinking everything will be fine. Right? Wow. Yeah, pine cones don't make very good butt plugs. Neither does really anything metal that has a texture, I think. I feel like that's asking for things to go wrong. That's asking for things to go wrong horribly. Horribly wrong. You'd be surprised what you can find within the rabbit hole. A rabbit hole. I don't know if you meant that to be that clever, but... Wait, okay. No. The problem is people treat their ass like the rabbit hole and proceed to go far down it as they can. It's true. Could you imagine, like, man, I'm actually surprised there isn't a hentai about Vlad the Impaler, because I mean, like, that's literally what he did. Literally what he did. Oh no. There probably is one on the dark web somewhere. Look. What have we done, Mr. Brogath? Somebody's gonna get ideas out there. You say you've seen too much. You know I've seen a few more than you. Rule 34? I know. But have you ever seen a Vlad the Impaler one, though? Like, literally? I didn't know such a hentai existed. I mean, I try to avoid hentai because that shit gets pretty crazy of it, if you can think of it. It's true. If you can think of it, somebody can draw it. Somebody can animate it. I never thought to look. We're all gonna be like Googling Vlad the Impaler hentai after this. Oh man. There is probably I gotta say, there probably is a book talk about it though. There is a book talk book somewhere out there about Vlad the Impaler. I've seen things that are so far removed from reality that it can't even be compared to reality. The anime is real, people would explode. Yeah, oh no. We start talking about book talk things and things go, like, wild. I feel like I can't even, like, open a book that has young adult in it. I'm, like, overly cautious because, like, man, they're raunchy. Like, I know, like, some people say, oh, young adult's supposed to be for 18, but traditionally speaking, like, young adult can start at, like, 13, and, like, I'm just like, why is this in this book? It's a lot worse than Where Are Her Organs and Bayonetta is a child. Yeah. Book talk is awful. It's actually the book talk. Some of the book talk things have led to a lot of people getting stalked. Because they're like, oh, you look like a book talk person. You look like a character from a book. And then, like, they get hunted down. Oh, spicy romance books for women, that's 10 on 10 on a depravity scale. No hentai, even the worst can possibly compare. I don't know. There's some pretty terrible hentai out there. But, yeah. Holding Adeline was like, oh, this might be like a cool, spooky story. No! Absolutely not! It is not a really cool, spooky story. It is not! Not. No. And I actually picked up Fourth Wing because I'm like, ooh, dragons. And then I flipped to the book, and then I found the scene, and I'm like, I could have gotten over the fact that, you know, she had this, like, terrible disease that made it easy to break her bones and everything. And then she goes to military school anyway. But then she gets railed as hard as she can while having such a bone disease. And I'm like, this defies too much. This defies too many laws. Was she just, like, magically strengthening her bones not to crack? Women don't hold back on their dark fantasies, and you know what? Good for them. Just maybe stop telling dudes they can't. We'll all be fine. Yeah. I don't think anybody should be told not to enjoy something unless it has to do with children. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. We're not talking about that. Or none of us will be fine either way. I don't necessarily think the book talk girlies are the ones coming after the Prince of Thorns people, though, to be fair. I think it's the, like, people who hate everything like that. And they're like, ew. Because I have noticed that. We got a lot of prudes. A lot of, weird prudes, too. They're like, don't look at my hard drive prudes. Pretty sure Vlad the Impaler put babies on spikes. He did. He put everybody on spikes. No one was safe. Entire villages, spikes. I mean, that is how he became known for being Dracula. Dracula. All I could think of Eddie Izzard's stand-up. Stand-up comedians. Man, stand-up comedians used to be raunchy too, but now they have to be careful. They have to be, like, so careful now. I remember, it was the guy that did the puppets. Jeff something. He used to be really raunchy. I can't imagine the kind of flack he gets for, like, some of his puppets now. Dunham, yeah, that's what I thought his last name was, but I didn't want to say Jeff Dunham.com. Yeah, we used to watch him on TV all the time. I think he would, if he's still on TV, he might be in trouble for some of the skits he used to do. Because there was that one puppet that people would probably see as racist now. I think it was a Middle Eastern puppet, wasn't it? Yeah, you saw him live? Nice. Yeah, he had some pretty crazy jokes too. Everybody did, though. Nobody had any problem. Prophet George Carlin would have a hard time now, I know. All the comedians back in the day would have a hard time now. Nobody would be safe. Everybody gets canceled. George Carlin had a hard time then, to be fair. Well, he said a lot of radical things. It's kind of like, you don't hear much about, what's his face? Oh my god. No, now I can't remember. He broke the rules of radio and got into some seriously hot water. Rules of radio. Rules of radio. Everybody's got rules. Rules of radio. I can't remember the name of the comedian I'm thinking of. He's the African American one that Mr. Brogath used to watch like all the time. Who like literally made fun of everybody and anyone. Dave Chappelle, yes. He's had a hard time recently too. They've pretty much like he's stepped out of the limelight more or less, I think. He occasionally comes out, but he's also like pretty old at this point. I love Dave Chappelle, and he can barely do anything anymore either without getting canceled. I think they already like successfully canceled him. Always thought he was pretty funny. He just made fun of everybody. Rick James, everybody. Everybody got equal fisticuffs when it came to Dave Chappelle. Everybody got slaughtered when he was up there. Didn't matter who you were. But everybody has a hard time. That's why I don't like comedians suck now. Like, cause like, you know, a comedian is supposed to like push the boundary. And like, you know, the really good ones made you think about things. Like, oh, you know, when you think about it that way, that's a little bit different. But now we can't have that anymore. We can't have the, oh, make you think about stuff. I can't even think of any new comedians, right? That's because they're all like Amy Schumer and like, I mean, even Kyle Peele and stuff. Like, they were pretty hilarious when I was kids. And now they're not so funny anymore. They still occasionally come out with a banger. Comedians are hard to cancel if they're persistent. It's only bad when they put them in front of the wrong audience, like that roast comedian, forget his name, that was at that Trump rally. Oh yeah. That guy, okay. But that guy was pretty terrible. You gotta admit. Newest I watched was maybe Gabriel Iglesias, but he dropped off like a decade ago. Yeah. Gabriel Iglesias is one of the ones I was thinking about. He probably wouldn't be able to get away with a lot of the things he said, but he was in front of the total wrong audience. Well, I don't know. His jokes were pretty awful. He was not a fantastic comedian. I'm not fat, I'm fluffy. He's a great roast comedian, actually has a very diverse show. I can't exactly remember all the jokes he made, but I remember I was just like, bruh. But that's how I am about a lot of comedians, so. I'm not a big fan of roast comedy. I can like roast comedy. I like to engage in roasting people. But I feel like these days I would just make people cry. If I roasted people, I'd just make people cry. But I am a dragon, so I mean, like, I gotta have a little bit of roasting going on. Roasty toasty, open fire. Little bit of dragon fire, you know, to make the children weep. Arguably, I get to roast kids the most, though. I'm like, Well, that wasn't very smart, was it? Like, so oftentimes, the kids would think it's hilarious, though. Kids deserve it. like I give them, like, a good little, what you call a good little ribbon. And just elbow them a little bit, and they're like, toughen them up young. That's what we did with Cynthia's. I feel like Cynthia's is the only one that gets jokes anymore at her age. Her age group, they don't get jokes anymore. It's always Skibbity Toilet. Although, to be fair, Skibbity Toilet does look like some of the things that came out in our early adulthood. When people were just making, like, really insane videos using Fallout and stuff like that. It was nostalgic to watch some of the Skibbity Toilet videos just to see what the younger generations were up to. And there are some words I can't remember that they have completely changed the meaning of. And I'm just like, that is not what that word used to mean. And I can't remember what word specifically that was, but I remember thinking, I was like, no, that's a different word. That's a different word. But of course that happened in our generation too. Like, some of the rougher songs from like the 20s and 30s, from the rougher side of the tracks, you know, their names for genitals were completely different. Hey, Salad Fingers, Badger, Mushroom, Red vs. Blue, and Homestar Runner were complete gold. Dude, I used to watch Charlie the Unicorn. I just like using them wrong on purpose. I didn't even catch on to the 80s lingo. Trogdor. I'll always have all the lines from Charlie the Unicorn stuck in my head. It's a door! A magical door! And Candy Mountain, Charlie. Shun the non-believer, shun! Charlie the Unicorn was fantastic, though. You wouldn't. Some of these animations are so deceptively adult, though. Trogdor was a man, or maybe he was a dragon man, or maybe he was a dragon, but he was Trogdor. I do remember Salad Fingers, though. That one was a weird one. Burninating the countryside, burninating the village. This sounds like something I would do back in the day. Burninating everybody. Let's see, what else did I watch, though? I can't remember. I remember when Cynthia's was younger, like the Happy Squirrel? No, what was it? Was it Happy Squirrel? I don't know. It was basically like Watership Down, but in cartoon form. And like it was wild. She never got into that. She never watched it either because she didn't like that sort of thing. But there was a lot of little kids that accidentally watched that. Oh, I don't know. I don't think I remember Gonads and Strife. I mean, to be fair, when like a lot of internet memes came out, I was already like a little bit older. It's hard to remember some of the things I used to watch like 10 years ago. The Dragon Brain. Two decades? Yeah. I mean, Oblivion was 19 years ago. getting an Oblivion remastered. Maybe next year they'll give us Skyrim remastered. We'll have that before we ever get Elder Scrolls 6. The Elder Scrolls is dead. Nope, I refuse to believe that. Oh, there were a whole bunch of VTubers that were like, Oblivion was my childhood game. And I'm like, childhood game. Ugh. Childhood game. Oblivion is not 19 years old. I'm not sure I want it to happen. Yeah. Unless they can get the Larian people. Now, Larian did pretty good with Baldur's Gate 3. But, I don't know. A lot of the big AAA companies cannot make a good game anymore. I've resigned myself now. I've given in. Todd, just remake Morrowind. They should actually remake Morrowind, though. My childhood game was Final Fantasy 1 on the NES. Oh. Yeah, my childhood game was Mario. Mario. And, Wizards and Warriors. But yeah, Final Fantasy 1, too. Wizards and Warriors. I'm not old. Don't judge me. Ping Pong on the Atari. Although I was too poor back in the day to own an Atari, but I knew somebody that had an Atari and I would play ping pong on it. That game got hard, man. For like 2 sticks and a ball. And that one little alien game. And of course, I mean, what was it? Gosh. The one where everybody got, dysentery and died. What's that game called? I remember visiting my cousin and seeing the original Mario on a big screen TV, and I almost had a stroke. It was the first time I'd ever seen a big screen TV. Oregon Trail, yeah, that was it. God, for the life of me, I couldn't remember the name of that. Joust was also good. Yeah, I remember Joust. Yeah, I remember Joust. It took me forever to remember the name of Panzer Dragoon until, like, Steam actually came out with, like their remastered version of whatever, and I was like, wow! That game's old as fuck! Everyone knows the Dysentery was, well. Now that's a game somebody could remake, the Oregon Trail. But, like, with current graphics. Like, it would be like a Red Dead Redemption. A Red Dead Redemption Oregon Trail. There we go. I like those shirts that have the picture of the Oregon Trail wagon and it says, you know, I'm from the 1900s. Crazy that as children we had intimate understandings of the dangers of drinking unsanitized creek water. I don't know. I don't know if I had that though. But yeah. I was fortunate enough to drink out of the creek. We would always drink out of the water hoses, and now everybody's like, I don't want to drink out of the water hose. I'm like, what do you mean you don't want to drink out of the water hose? You wouldn't have survived way back when. 20 years ago. We didn't have water bottles. We had water hoses. That'd actually be relatively safe. It was near a spring pretty deep in the mountains. They just have to remember shit goes downstream. I drank out of the hose all the time. Yeah. Although I did refuse to drink well water. I still to this day hate well water. Cannot do it. Cannot do it. You cannot make... I will die of thirst before I drink well water. I can't. Well, maybe. Maybe I won't come that close, but I'll come pretty close. I'll get pretty desperate before drinking well water. Same. Although it's pretty dangerous, and we should have known better, though. To be fair, we also didn't have, like, car seats back in the day. It took a while for car seats to become a thing. To become a law. Some things when we say, oh, when I was a kid, isn't necessarily a good thing anymore. My grandparents didn't have running water or a bathroom. Yeah. There's a lot of people like that up north still too in the sticks. The thing about too much safety, people rely on too many crutches. It's true. But I used to also not ride helmets horse riding, and that almost became my doom one time. They just go around behind their house to pee or a few steps into the woods to poop. I mean, I guess the week of hiking we still do that. Not national forests. But like on our private little hunting land. Or not ours, I should say. Little patch of like mountain we have. George Carlin. Want to get people to drive slower, replace the airbags with a sword. They won't drive faster than 5 miles an hour. It might be a little bit extreme though. Well, hiking is one thing. In my house, that would be kind of tough. That's true. And also we have neighbors. So nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see it. Although, to be fair, we are very well guarded by trees in this neighborhood. Well, now that the art is done, and we had fun talking about old people shit, I think I'm gonna log off for the night and get ready for bed. I had to work today. It was pretty tiring. As usual. Anytime that I have to wake up before 10 is tiring. Well, I guess I should say anytime that I can't have a nap before 10 is tiring. Boys do a lot of walking at work. So much walking. We don't need a new Elder Scrolls. We will soon become the elders ourselves. I think it's too late for that. I think we already are the elders. You too, Shin. Have a good night. I will have stream canceled tomorrow. That's why I was doing an Artabelinda Saturday. I should be back like Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday again. You know, the usual. But I will be back later on this week. Good night, everybody. Enjoy what's left of your weekend.